School Board of Trustees special meeting. Is being taped. Quickly to run through the virtual meeting did start at 6:30. For the agenda, first of all, welcome and public comment. Welcome our visitors and guests. Any public comment? Any public comment? Okay, let's quickly review the agenda. In this meeting, we have one item, which is a session for negotiation of new contract with the Executive Director. The Board will enter into executive session to negotiate renewal of the Executive Director's contract. Should agreement be reached on the final contract terms, the Board will reconvene in open session to consider a motion to approve the renewal contract with the Executive Director. Should agreement not be reached, the Board will reconvene in open session to adjourn the meeting. I'm going to waive the reading of the boilerplate because it's part of the agenda. That being said, do we have a motion that we need by roll call to move into executive session? So moved. Okay. Second? Second. Any discussion? Okay, we are, well, now do roll call. Yeah. Aaron? Aye. 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 Okay, the motion is passed, so we'll go into executive session. For the purpose of this meeting, the adjourned from executive session. We are now back again in an open public meeting. Where we discussed the agreement before us, and I would like to have a motion to approve this agreement. Second?
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement.
Is that a second, Ira? We got it.
That's a second.
Any discussion? Well, let me read this. First of all, I want to thank all members of the board and the executive director for their work on the renewal of the Executive Director's contract. Once it's been made at the length of time that has gone into this process, I want to put that in some perspective. As a founding Executive Director, Tony Blackman has provided exceptional leadership. As most of you are aware, the school simply wouldn't be here without his tireless effort and vision. In recognition of that leadership, the board worked over the summer to define and finalize the multi-year contract with significant raise and incentives. For those who work most closely with him, it will come as no surprise. It is the same steadfast leadership and commitment to the best interest of the school and children who attend that resulted in Tony's approaching this board some weeks ago with a recommendation that the board consider a change in the agreement that would reflect the changed financial circumstances of the school and his belief that retaining all the elements of the program and the professionals to deliver it must be the priority. It's recommended that the only way to release the resource necessary to significantly reduce administrative overhead, early termination of the executive director, indicating that with the exceptional team now hired and on the board, executive functions can be met through the combined resources of the school administrative team and the board. Approval of this agreement, when approved, and if approved, will achieve all key goals. Maintaining all the elements of the educational program, maintaining all the current teaching and support staff to deliver it, maintaining board continuity through Tony's continued membership and participation, and creating the greatest potential for significant increase in fundraising from Tony's significant experience in this area. Any comments?
Just I would say that I want to thank the board for their work over the months, and first, obviously, for the contract that was initially put together, which was very supportive, and I think recognized the hard work that had been done. But more importantly, working under these unfortunate circumstances where enrollment has gone down. And I want to be clear that I fully support this agreement. I think it is absolutely essential that the extraordinary educational leadership that has been brought into the building in terms of Beth Belforge, particularly as Director of Education, and the sea change we have seen in the school since her arrival, and all of the administrative team members and an exceptional faculty. The lifeblood of any educational institution are the teachers in it. And I think this is an extraordinary group of people, well prepared to take the school forward to the next level, and that it would be impossible in any other way to meet with the requirements of what our students need without taking these steps. And that's why I made the recommendation I did. I fully expect, as a member of the board, to continue to step forward to help with those executive leadership functions and to have the board's support in doing that as well. We're very fortunate to have highly experienced educators on this board, particularly Jay Featherstone, who's been an experienced head of school and educator, and Dr. Art Bean, who has been a principal and assistant principal, and has so both have fulfilled these executive functions just as I have. And together we will continue to do that while also managing to meet the requirements educationally in the building. And so I just want to thank you for your support. It's been a great pleasure. I hope that this agreement will have unanimous approval, and that it, by so doing, we will take the school to the next step.
Any other comments? Jay?
I just want to say two things. One is what a debt the whole school community owes to Tony Blackman for his unbelievable work and for all the slings and arrows that he has suffered. And the very fact that although we have enrollment issues, we have the strongest possible staff, certainly the strongest staff that we've had, and is in no small part at all due to Tony's work. I mean, the position that we're in as a school is really terrific. This last move by Tony is in keeping with his devotion to the school. The second thing I would want to say is how inspiring it is already to be working with Beth Delford and how much she's brought to this place and how the teachers and staff that we have, I think we're really poised, paradoxically, for all our money troubles, we're really poised to have a great year. So it's, those are my two thoughts. One, how much Tony's done for us, and how grateful we are to him. And second, what a brilliant prospect is opening up for this school. I mean, it's going to be donkey's hard work this year, but how exciting! How exciting!
I'd like to add to Jay's Shakespearean reference, the slings and arrows, and I'll add outrageous fortune. And I know that Tony has been through a great deal of that over the last 2.5 years. And I know that because when I send him emails at 3:30 or 4 in the morning asking a question, he replies. So that kind of dedication and commitment, I think, is rare, and not becoming ill by working 50, 70 hours a week is beyond my comprehension. And while I parallel what our support what Jay said, magnifying it a little bit, that the foundations for continuity and sustainability are in place for the school's future. And that has to do with the administrative team and how well they're working to establish a new way of teaching and learning and being present for children each and every day. So, thank you very much.
I'd like to thank Tony for having the smarts, having the energy and the tenacity to hold this thing together so we do have a charter school here in Boston, and we will continue to have. Because I truly believe that without all what you have inside of you, the school exists. So I thank you for getting it started in Boston. Thank you.
I'd just like to say, Tony, you know I've had our differences over time, but it's I have never questioned your commitment to the school, and you have certainly proven the approve that. And all of us have been witness to that. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you also for your willingness to step forward with this proposal that we're about to vote on. You know, nobody who puts so much into an institution like this can just step away easily. And I know it's been a difficult decision for you. So I will recognize that on a very personal level as well as what we have shared as a board here. And in addition to that, I think it's a rare breed of not only educator but person who will step up to take the first step on starting a school like this, especially given the circumstances of this school. And that's taken huge courage and a lot of stamina to stay with it. And I will always respect that about what you brought to the school here. So I want to say that to you, and I want to say it to Beth, to Shay, to Suze, and to the entire faculty that I share Jay's comment that I have absolute confidence in your ability to run this school and to take it to the next level. And I say that both as a board member and as a parent. So thanks to all of you, and I hope you can pass that to the rest of the staff as well.
Just, Aaron, please.
It's Tony, I'd say you're a man who took a lot of punches and kept standing, so I appreciate everything you've stood by and taken and kept coming back. I don't know many people that would have withstood that type of I'm not going to say abuse, but that type of just everyday monotony of having to wade through all that. So again, thank you for your commitment. Definitely very committed.
Any other? I would just
I'm
say,
the only one who hasn't spoken.
this is your chance.
My list is all taken care of. My colleagues have hit upon everything, and Tony knows how I feel because I've said this to him. But I do have one more thing to say, Mr. Chairman. I invite, with this new beginning, I invite the school board of the Gloucester Public Schools to join us in partnership to help educate better the students of Gloucester and work with us and work with the parents and work with the kids, because that's what this is all about. It's not about a separation of schools. It's about a public school system under public school law, open meeting law, and everything to go with it. And we should all be working together, not adversarially, but positively. So, to the school committee, come on in, say hello. I'd love to talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. I would just say in support of that, we would certainly welcome that. And we would also say that thanks to Tony's leadership, we do have the team in place to take on any of those challenges and issues that you're speaking of. And I would just also like to say that this is very consistent with Tony's very continually self-evident self-sacrifice and putting the school above any of his interests, which he has continually and consistently demonstrated in the course of his tenure here. And I think the prior chairs understood that when they brought Tony in. I think there was a very strong sense that this was the person who was going to pull together the team that we are now entrusting the school with going forward. Having said that,
Vote.
vote. And this would be a regular vote, not a roll call vote. All in favor? I guess we've already had this part. All in favor of accepting, approving this agreement? Aye. Aye. Abstention? Okay. say that Mr. Blackman will step down from his official capacity on October 20th. He will continue to benefit from the significant experience and wisdom of his participation in the board. We are unanimous in our support of this agreement and in our gratitude and admiration for his leadership and commitment. Thank you, Tony. At this point, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussion?